it gives very much a white guy teaching kids of color that they're different, and they're different because they're not white. That's what it's coming. Different from you because they're not white. You learn different. You know, and so that's what it can come up. I'm just being honest with you. That's what it can sound. That's what I can see people getting that perception, and how that could be essentially like we might want to get a. You might want to clock in here. Might want to clock in here, right? Just get a second pair of eyes on you. You know what I mean? So, does that make sense? It's a comment says it's kind of coming off as a white ally that was not asked to be one. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
A white ally that was what? That was not
that was not asked not to be one. It sounds like you're tapping in and trying to be an ally when you weren't asked to do so. It has that presence. Does that not make sense to you?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure I understand that comment.
Okay, so this is another way they put it. Like, I'm your oppressor and your savior. It's like me saying, hey, because white people are greater than you, and this is how other white teachers teach you, because you really can't comprehend this. I'm going to go ahead and dumb this down for you so that you can get it from this level. That's what it could sound like. That's what people can. I can meet both parties there. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, do you get that? Do you hear that?
I never said I was dumbing anything down.
But we don't know that, and no one's checking for that. No one's checking for that. You have your students checking for that. So how would you know?
What? I'm confused. Like, what is it that you are assuming that I'm doing? Because all I'm saying is that I'm not trying to say that that Mozart and Beethoven are like the end all and be all of music. Like, right. I think that John Coltrane, Miles Davis, these guys were just as sophisticated, if not more so. The things that they were doing, the innovations that they were making through music were just that much more substantial. Like,
is that in the curriculum?
Why shouldn't students learn
I'm curious
about these?
Listen, I'm with you there. I'm absolutely with you there. The education system is highly messed up. I'm with you. We have a meeting of the minds there. Does that make sense, Gio?
Okay.
Where you and I do not have the meeting of the minds is your approach, how you're doing it. You're not connecting with what's being perceived and the potential risks that are involved. You're not connecting with those, and that is problematic as a teacher who's teaching children. That's just my observation. Okay. So that's when you have to clock in and say, you have to pause and like really listen to what I'm saying. I'm being very clear in this. You have no checks and balances. You're changing how you teach because of the color of the skin of the students that you're teaching. Is that correct?
I wouldn't say I'm changing what I teach. I'm changing
I said changing how. Yeah, that's what I said. You're changing how you teach. That's what I said. You're changing how you teach based on the color of the skin of the students you teach. Is that what you're doing?
To some extent, yeah.
Okay. It's a yes or no. It's fine. Let's just get there. Let's just have the discussion. Yeah. Okay. That's what you're doing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So now that we know, now that the meeting mind, that's what you're doing. You have nobody of color who's checking off to make sure you're doing it right. Does that make sense?
I guess so, but who?
Yes, it's a yes or no. So let's just pause. Let's just pause. Okay. Let's just pause. Everybody just pause. Now that we're here, right? Just sit with that for a little bit. I think you need to sit with that and just really kind of weigh the risks and just say, yeah, maybe I should do that. Don't try to explain it right now. You don't need to explain anything. Just sit with it. We don't sit with stuff long enough to really reflect on it. You don't know how you feel about that yet because you just now got it. Right? You got to sit with that. So, that makes sense?
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm working with music professionals, music teachers all the time of all shades. I've had. It's
just his discussion today, guys.
I had, so I just finished my master's program. I had professors who were men and women of color. I've plenty of colleagues, both at my, I mean, not music teachers, but certainly many teachers of color at my school who teach other subjects. And I've known music teachers at other schools. I know and associate with and collaborate with music teachers at other schools who are teachers of color. And so these are things that I am constantly thinking about. And currently I'm reading a book that is all about this idea of like, you want to cater what you're teaching and presenting to your students, cater it to them, who they are, what their identities are, how they can see themselves in the curriculum. So this isn't just like something I'm pulling out of my ass. Like these are methods and strategies.
Right. And I get, and Gio, I get that. And this is something I'm not pulling out of my ass. It's important for you to clock in with people of color, especially the parents, right? If they're available. Listen, I get it. You're teaching in where you're teaching. I get it. But those who are available should be a part of this. I think it's important. And to get just for there to be a checks and balances, and for you to not do something that you don't intend to do, right? I don't think that you're a bad person, Gio. I think that you are a person who's trying to make things right, and I think that is something that you truly are trying to do, and I believe that in your heart of hearts that you are a good person trying to fix something that you have been told is wrong, and there has been some wrongs in this country. Absolutely, you have a good heart, but because you have a good heart, pause and just self-reflect for a second. Be like, could I be also making a mistake? Could I be doing something wrong? Right? And right now you don't have anybody checking in with you at least on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, that is connected to those kids other than yourself. That isn't a person of color. That's that you got to pause. You got to just don't respond. Don't respond to it. I really honestly don't want a response from it. I want you to sit. I don't want a response from it. I really don't. I want you to sit with it and sleep on it tonight and really, really digest it. Because I still think you're trying to fight it, and there's nothing to fight. There's nothing to fight here. Does that make sense?
What is it that you think I'm trying to fight?
I don't think you're clocking into the reality that what you're doing could be problematic. What you're doing could be very could be actually racist within itself. I don't think you're there yet.
I mean, I don't think it is. Right.
And so you're fighting it right there, and you're fighting it. I don't want a response from it. I really want you to sit with it.
Because
I really don't.
Because my perspective has been built over many years of teaching. Now I'm in my 6th or 7th year of teaching.
Yep. My perspective is 40 years of being Black. So until you can get that perspective, I don't think that you arrived there yet. Okay. And I'm sorry to pull the Black card, but you're talking to me about students that you're teaching who are by color. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But as a person of color, the people that you care about the most, right? The people that you're trying to take care of, and make sure that they understand things. Let me help you understand something. What you're doing is potentially problematic, and you need to sit with that idea for a little bit instead of speaking.